Yep. So let's have a little look at iASEND Lite then. So this is something that we have turned on by default for all schools. Now, if you have got Lite turned on, you can still access data entry in the traditional method, or the previous method. It's not a case of one or the other. If at any point you did want to turn it off, because you don't want it there, within preferences, you'll find the option to disable or enable Lite mode. And as I said, by default, it is turned on at the moment. So where will you find it? So when you come into your enter assessments and you've selected your pupil, you'll now find that anywhere once you've selected a subject, when you click the component drop down, you've still got your traditional data entry, where you can see one individual unit but have access to all curriculums. But you'll now see you've got the option for A, S, E, N, and D at the top of the screen. And this is going to allow you to access the Lite mode data entry. So if I come to Key Stage 1 for this pupil, what you'll now see is I get a big bar at the top showing me that I am accessing the e-curriculum for English. So all of these statements are e-curriculum statements. And then I can see my units of study. So here I've got English reading comprehension. If I keep going, I've then got English word reading. If I keep going, I've then got writing. So what it means is, rather than having to come to reading comprehension and then go to word reading and then go to composition, I can just come to that one curriculum and access all areas for that curriculum in one page. What that then allows you to do is it allows you more freedom with kind of your quick assign, or even easier quick assign data entry. So you have got the option to quick assign the entire subject. So, especially with kind of things like baseline, if you have got a rough idea where the pupil's working, you can move the entire subject. And if I just scroll down quickly for you there, you can move that entire subject to developing, deepening, wherever you want to put it. You have still then got the ability to quick assign just, the individual units. So I've moved reading comprehension. If I carry on down, then word reading hasn't changed. It's just done that one unit. So rather than having, like I say, to come in and click between each component, you can have access to all of them. And it gives you the ability to do that quick assign, all the flood filling, with far more coverage than just kind of sections like you can on the traditional data entry. The other thing that it now allows you to do is, previously, if you wanted to print or export this data entry, what it would do for you is it'd bring out that unit of study, but for all curriculums, which if your pupil's not working, any higher, it's a bit of an annoyance having those there. What the Lite mode now enables you to do is print or export, save to PDF, however you want to use it, just that curriculum. So now I can share with the parents or with HLTAs, one-to-ones, whoever I need to, really easily, just one click, the whole curriculum for English for that pupil. Same if I was to go into maths, rather than having to go into each unit of study, I can come to E or N, whatever curriculum my pupil's working on. And again, I can print. And now I'm going to have access to addition and subtraction, number and place value. So all of the different units of study that are relevant for that pupil, for that area of maths. Just remembering whenever you're exporting or printing, to make sure you've got that background graphics enabled. If you don't, you lose all of the color coding in the background, which is probably the bit that you want most. So making sure you've always got that background graphics ticked, and then the dots and the color coding is going to be there for you. What it also does is it removes units that aren't relevant. So, for example, if I'm on the S curriculum, statistics isn't going to show, or multiplication and division isn't going to show because it's not relevant for that area. So it allows a bit more accuracy in ensuring that teachers are covering all of the areas that need to be covered for that curriculum as well. Now, anything that you enter using the Lite mode will still enter into the traditional mode, and same with the other way around. If you use addition and subtraction here, it's still going to add it into the S, the E, or the N. And so, it's not a case of, only one's going to show. They will talk to each other. So, one time you could come in and use an addition and subtraction, the next time you could come in and use an overall curriculum. They're very fluid. It does also mean if you've got some teachers that prefer to have, the multiple curriculums, so they can kind of see what's before, what's come next, or some teachers that want to do it in the light mode, you can have both on, and different teachers can access in different ways for them. So the hope is that it's going to reduce that clicking in between your components, and it's going to allow you to export or print that data far easier for your pupils as well.